Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another maths tutorial here. This is part 2 of the exponentiation. So assuming you watched the last video, you know what all this means. These are just the shortcuts, and this is stuff you need to keep in mind at all times while doing this, right? And oh yeah, and the result here, like after this chain multiplication, we get the exponentiation. So this means that the base multiplied by itself as many times as the exponent specifies. That's what an exponentiation is. And the result would be called the power. So that's good to know. Well, let's just get to it here. We have a rule here. Just 4 more rules actually. So in this specific rule, say that we have 5 times 2 to the power of 2. Well, if we just follow the rule, we'll get 5 to the power of 2 multiplied by 2 to the power of 2. And then we would just say 25 multiplied by 4, which gives us 100. That's the power right there. So that's how you use this rule to calculate. There's the same type of rule for division, and that is if we take the same type of example here, let's see, let's take 4 through 2 to make it even, multiplied by, or to the power of 2, equals 4 to the power of 2 divided by 2 to the power of 2, which gives us 16 through 4, right? And then we can just straight up calculate this, and that gives us 4 as the power. Okay, 4 is the result here, the quotient in this case. So yeah, there you go. That's that rule. Really simple. These rules are really short. And negative exponent is very important as well. And what I mean by negative exponent is that if we have something like 5 to the power of 2, let's see, 5 to the power of 4, yeah, this is going to give us a negative exponent. So if you watched the earlier video, there is a rule that goes through division between exponents with the same base. That's really important. They have to have the same base. And because they have the same base, we can write them in this format. 5 to the power of 2 minus 4. But you know what? This is going to give us a negative exponent to the power of minus 2. You know, why is that? You know, why does that happen? Well, this is the long explanation. So let's do that again. 5 to the power of 4 equals, in this case, as you remember from the last video, this is actually under the hood. This is what's going on. 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. This is what's going on. And you know, when you have a division with the same numbers, you can just cut them away. As long as you do the same thing in the divisor as in the dividend, you can do it. So we'll just cut away 2 5s from each side here. So that's going to give us a 1 left in the top in the dividend, and then we have 5 multiplied by 5 in the bottom, right? So what is this? What is this? Well, look at this. A chain gives us to the power of, okay, it gives us an exponentiation. So what this gives us is 5 to the power of 2. 1 through the 5, 1 divided by 5 to the power of 2. And oh, what is this? This is 5 to the power of minus 2. Well, since these two things are the same, this must be the same as this, right? So, in the end, bros, this is, oh, whoops, 5 to the power of 2 equals 5 to the power of minus 2. Okay, so this is a way to rewrite. Okay, you can write a negative exponent as a positive exponent as long as you do 1 divided by that. Okay, that's really important to know. You're going to be using this a lot. So remember this rule. Okay, zero exponent is very important as well. Zero exponent is the same thing. Say you have 5 to the power of 4 divided by 5 to the power of 4. Same base, again. That means we can just subtract the exponents up here. So let's see. So that gives us 5 to the power of 4 minus 4, which gives us 5 to the power of 0. Okay, and that is, what is that? Whoops, well, we'll have to see. We'll have to go through one step so you understand that. So as we know, with a through a, with the same number equals 1, right? So this means 2 divided by 2 equals 1, right? We know that. We know that 2 of the same thing divided by one another in a fraction or whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, I'm not so good at English when it comes to math, but you know what I mean. Okay, this is a whole fraction. It gives us 1. Well, what is this then? This is the exact same number divided by the exact same number, which should give us 1, right? So 5 to the power of 4 divided by 5 to the power of 4 equals 1. That has to be true. This is true. But this is 5 to the power of 0. So what does this mean? Well, since these two are the same, then 5 to the power of 0 has to be 1. 5 to the power of 0 is 1. You'll be using this conversion a lot as well, so just keep that in mind. And of course, always when it comes to division, all right, always where the bottom should not be 0, or the divisor should not be 0. Okay, so as long as it's not 0, we're fine. All right. Well, that's about it for the rest of the rules here. I'll be putting this up as a textual version, of course, in the thingy, the description box. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next video.